Okay, so this is video 2 of drawing Frida Kahlo. I'm looking at this right here. It's actually, I think it should come in a little bit. This looks like it's a little dramatic of a curve, so I'm going to kind of soften that curve down a little bit. Don't make it quite as extreme. Her chin looks a little bit long here, so again, I'm kind of measuring with my mind, as if I have a ruler. I'm estimating the distance between the bottom lip and the bottom of the chin. Still, this doesn't look like Frida yet, but the more that you get details in, and the more that you make corrections, the more accurate your drawing or painting will be. So just tweaking it, continuing to look at the reference over and over, like how, look at this shape. Where does it start? It starts right here. It has a very slight curve to it. And like that. It has a very slight curve this way. And then there's a shadow here. The shadow is completely vertical. It doesn't go all the way to the edge of the nose. The shadow is somewhat in from the edge, the very tip of the nose. The shadow comes all the way to the top of the lip. And then there's actually a little bit of shadow following all the way to almost the edge of the face. And that kind of helps to correct the shape of her lips a little bit. I'm just continuing to correct it because I see that it's not, it just doesn't look perfectly like her. I feel like I have the nostril a little bit shortened. It needs to be elongated just a little bit. And then looking at the size and angle of this and where it connects, where this line connects right here. I would say it's about that big, and that's the right angle. And then we have this line, I would say it's angled like this. There's a slight shadow here. And then this actually, the top lip, now that I'm looking really carefully, I'm noticing that there's this little curve. Now I'm looking at this line, slightly curved, slightly curved. And then there's a little bit of shadowing here, shadowing here. And then there's shadowing underneath the lip. And I would say the shape is like this. So we're just constantly looking at the shapes that we see and comparing them to the other shapes that are already in place and accurate, as accurate as we can be. I see a shadow that has a slight angle here, and it connects with her eyebrow. I see that this is kind of a vertical line here. I can imagine a vertical line here. This is almost horizontal. eyebrow only goes up very slightly. And then I'm going to look at the volume of the eyebrow, how wide it is, how dense it is. It's a little more scarce here, a little more scarce up here, and then there are parts of it that are very solid. Okay, again, I'm looking at the chin, and it's just not working for me. Well, gee, I wonder why. Look at how much of the chin I'm missing. This much. So I'm going to go back and just... Now I feel like that makes such a huge difference in the accuracy of looking like Frida instead of looking like an imposter. Now I'm looking at this black area of her eye. I'm looking at the shape here and how wide it is, where it starts, okay? So I feel like this is pretty accurate. This is pretty accurate. This connects all the way from the edge of the face to the bridge of the nose, right below the curve, the most curved part right here. So I think that looks accurate so far. And then I'm doing a curve here. And I'll do video number 3.